I do want to apologize in advance that this video is going to be kind of short, and I really wasn't going to share this story with you guys, at least not so soon, but I figured that there's probably some people out there who actually want to hear it, and I've mentioned it so many times that I used to ride and do all these things, so I figured I should share this story with you guys because you guys might get something good out of it. I actually have to get something from my garage to show you guys. Give me just a second. Alright, so this, you guys are probably looking at this like, what the hell is this? This is a BMX frame. This is actually a Chase Hawk frame too, a Colt frame. Signature graphics. It's got the Ooh Kill 'em. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Ooh Kill 'em. This is actually one of my favorite frames. This is a 20.5. It's got a longer chainstay, which is like this part of the frame, and a lower standover height, which is this portion of the frame. You guys are probably wondering why I'm showing you this. I quit BMX for cars, but not intentionally. It actually happened, well, let me just start from the beginning. So I was always into cars. I think that the first time when I was choosing my first car, I originally wanted a Mazda Speed 3. That was like the big thing, or like a WRX. And I remember test driving, well, I didn't test drive these cars because I didn't have a license at the time, but I went with a family member to go test drive them, and she drove them around and she was like, this is like too much power for you, and I really wanted it at the time. I was like 15, 16 I believe, and I really wanted it. And so basically she drove it and she was like, nope, this is too much power for you, and she was willing to help me get a car, and ended up getting a Subaru Impreza as like my very first car that I didn't pay for. It was paid for by a family member, but I always wanted something more. Like I always wanted something stick shift. I was like I wanted something manual and have fun with, and to modify it, even though I had no money at the time, and modding it would have definitely not been an option. But I always wanted something to drive around that was manual and put an exhaust on it or something, and like just have fun with the friends. So later in my life, when I was about 19, I made some super stupid moves. Actually, between the ages of 18 and 19, I made some really stupid decisions. I basically pushed my family that was supporting me to the very edge because I was being super delinquent and just wanting to ride BMX. At the time, I was kind of getting hooked up by this company called Colt, the same frame that you just saw right now, the bike company. And I knew Robbie Morales, who was the owner of Colt, and he basically was like the golden ticket in my eyes. Like I had a good relationship with him. He had his hands in so many networks of the BMX industry. He was involved with Vans, Monster Energy. He owned a bike company. He knew all these BMX suppliers, and if I wanted to potentially turn it into a career, which that's like kind of the route I was heading, I kind of had the opportunity there, and I was meeting all the right people to do so. So things that I was supposed to be doing, like classes and just other responsibilities that were up to me, I was totally lying that I wasn't doing it. And basically what happened is we just went our separate ways. Like I said, you know what, I'm gonna go here. And my family always kind of waited, like here. So my first experience really around cars was working at a dealership, believe it or not. Working full-time at a dealership was the first time where I really discovered that I really love cars. It was around that time when I picked up my 91 1.6 Miata, first manual car I ever owned. First car I really learned how to drive manual on and do rev matching and things like that. And I instantly got hooked on it. And I think a huge parallel, like you'll see a lot of people who do action sports get into cars, or they even do both. Like some people skate and are into cars, or ride bikes and are into cars. And I think it's partly adrenaline. People like to do fun things, and driving cars fast can be a little bit scary, or sending yourself down a stair set on a bike is also scary. And I think a lot of it's like an adrenaline rush, but at the same time there's a lot of passion and art behind it. Like BMX is like expressive, and your riding is like your artwork, and like that's who you are as an individual. And I see a lot of that with people who build their cars, and people who want to be expressive and say like, hey, this is who I am as an individual, and like this is what I'm about. Like the parts you put on your car and how you build it are a huge representation of what kind of person you are and your work ethic, at least in my opinion. So I never really left BMX intentionally. It just kind of happened. Would I ever get back into it? I don't think so. I don't really think I want to. I'm very close to starting something that you guys are going to know more about soon. I wouldn't call it a brand. It's not quite there yet, but there's like a few things I'm trying to do artistically with YouTube. Maybe in the future, who knows? Maybe back here you'll just see a giant skate park, and I want to build a skate park in the backyard for me and little man and sesh it. Who knows? But I doubt it. A lot of people always ask me, because I mentioned BMX a few times, like, oh, what happened, or I just basically was acting stupid, and the moral of the story is that you guys should appreciate, you know, your family and your resources, and just respect people that are looking out for your future in general. And I was young and naive and arrogant, and a lot of young people were arrogant, and so like arrogant young people, you want to think and try and do your own thing, and I got humbled by the world. That's all I have to say. And that topic is very serious. It's a very serious conversation. I wasn't ready to necessarily show you guys that yet. I was actually going to save that for when I got more subscribers, but I said, you know what, I didn't film a video at all today, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, as you guys can see, sunset right now going on, and I had to share it with you guys. So to be honest with you guys, there really is nothing car related going on today, and since I'm already talking about BMX, I'm gonna force little man. Ooh, you guys are a little bright. I'm gonna force little man right now to get some skate clips for you guys, because I really wanted to post a video for you guys. It's a beautiful sunset. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I will admit though that sometimes I do miss cruising around on a bike, because it's like so stress relieving and just free. Even cruising on this cruiser board is just so nice. Also, just so you guys know, little man absolutely hates skating in the front yard, and I always force him to get skate clips for you guys, so you guys better smash the like button.
For the Cars movie, yes! Yes!
That was literally his first time ever landing it. He said for the Cars movie. I don't know if I got that part, but he...
Before the trick, I was like, this is for the Cars movie, because that's my favorite movie.
First time ever. If you guys are wondering why I roll around with a skateboard in my trunk, it's because that's my transportation when I go to school. Campus is too big. I'm trying to get to class efficiently. So glad I got to share that moment with you guys. I'm gonna go get some food right now. We're gonna switch over to the G7X. This camera has really bad low light. It's super cloudy outside. There's no sunlight, and you're not gonna be seeing anything. So I'm gonna switch over in 3, 2, 1 now. Alright, and we're back. We're gonna go get some food right now. Every time that little man and I have ever tried filming something, it has never worked out that easy. And he landed his first varial on camera a long time ago, and now he landed his first tray flip for you guys, which is really weird. But it's cool, because now we get to end the day by getting some fake Mexican food. Healthy Mexican food, I might add. Unfortunately, guys, this is going to have to end today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for coming with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of story, or little previous story that I told you guys. And if I could tell you guys one thing and end this vlog on a note, work hard, stay humble, and never let your ego get too big, because I let my ego get too big, and it really kicked me in the ass later in life, and I learned that, and the world humbled me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode.